I'm draining this entire ocean to fill it with scaffolding. My name is Uni, and I have 6 months to complete this project before this server, the Afterlife SMP, closes and resets for its new season. This ridiculous idea is going to take 4 phases, hundreds of thousands of scaffolding, and countless hours to complete. Hopefully, nothing unexpected ruins my pace for getting this done on time, so I'll need to plan everything out and collect all the necessary resources. If all goes according to plan, this will be the first ever ocean in survival Minecraft to be made entirely out of scaffolding. For the first phase alone, I'll have to drain this ocean, and since scaffolding just waterlogs instantly, we'll need to decide on a method for removing all this water, which brings us to phase 1. Alright, I have a secret location scoped out for the project. It's currently the end of March, and I hope to keep this a secret from all the other members so I can surprise them with it. Let's see what I've signed myself up for. Oh boy. It's time to start removing anything that could get in the way. We'll also need to gather some sand to use as separation walls so we can slap some sponges down and tackle this the hard way. We have a bit of an issue, and that is the fact that this thing is very deep in spots. Not just here, but all the way over there in that corner there's a deep spot. This entire middle section is very deep. And then this whole edge is a giant trench. So let's go gather up that sand right now. I think that's the first thing we gotta do. We'll get rid of all these weeds. Please like and subscribe, by the way. This is the biggest project I think I have ever decided to do. So let's see how this goes. Okay, sand grind is over finally. We have boxes and boxes of the stuff. Look at all this. I don't even know how much I started off with. But now the plan is to fill up this lake with rows of sand going 5 blocks at a time, all the way to the other side there. And if we just pop into free cam, you can see we have already taken out pretty much 99.99% of seaweed in this ocean. And just going up this way, now you can start to see that we have made some progress. This is around the end of April when we got all the seaweed taken out and our sand collected. Let's go ahead and see what we do next. Yeah, okay, well, we have our work cut out for us. But that's okay, we're doing fine. I have this all planned out. I've made a schedule on how I want to do this, so now all we gotta do is just place the sand. I think that should be easy enough, right? This has taken 2 months so far, and the scale of it is really starting to hit me here. Crazy is right. Yeah, I am a little bit crazy with this one. Now, I've already gathered up lots of scaffolding, and this is probably only 1%, I think, of what we will need for this whole place. If you think about it, we've got to do 6 times as much scaffolding between all these layers because each of these are 5 blocks apart. And after we drain it and get rid of all the sand, which is what we're about to do, oh man. You might be asking right now, Uni, how are you going to gather enough scaffolding to fill that thing? Well, I've got a solution. Over the course of this entire project, I've been collecting bamboo at my bamboo farm. The string has come from uncrafting a bunch of wool from an abandoned wool farm on the server, thanks to a data pack we have. With these two streams of resources, I've been able to collect hundreds of thousands of scaffolding. How much did I collect exactly? I'll tell you at the end of the video, but leave your guesses in the comments below. I'm curious to see if you can get close to the total amount. Now let's get back to it. To drain this thing, I was thinking about using flying machines, but I don't quite think I want to keep breaking them and then remaking them over and over again. And so I've decided I'm just gonna do a lot of sponges. We're gonna head out to as many ocean temples as I can find, and we'll just collect a few stacks of sponges, I think. That should do us. Now we're just gonna see if my sponges are gonna work, because I can't quite reach over there, but the idea is to just go along, and then between each layer, we're just taking out the water. Ugh, I do not like the noise of these, but I think as we go, we should be able to just take out layer by layer. I might even just, okay, no, that rushes back in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to be quick. I'm gonna have to go back and forth as fast as I possibly can. All right, I think this is gonna work out pretty nicely. Okay, this only took like 2 minutes to complete. Now, it's gonna be a bit tricky because we have 4 stacks of these, and I've used about almost 2. I think this is approximately like 1% of what we have to do. But if we just take this out one by one, oh no. It's still gonna take a long time. I don't think it's gonna take as long as putting all the sand down, but we are definitely nowhere near being done. And I think the longest part of this is gonna be placing all the scaffolding, but I'm not gonna worry about that yet. I am just gonna put my head down and start grinding this thing out. Well, call me Moses and part the sea. Well, I guess in this case, we have drained the sea. Kind of gets a little mesmerizing with all these walls of sand. And now that we've got them all up, all the water is gone. We gotta take them down. It is gonna be a chore. But this is phase 3 of the whole operation. And the best thing to do to get rid of all this sand, especially in the deep portions like this, I mean, just look at how far down we are. This place is so deep. But in order to get rid of all the sand, we're gonna do the classic torch method and just release all of it at once down into the torch and let it do the work for us. Collect the sand, and throw it into some sort of storage area because overall, this is going to be a lot of sand. Okay, well, let me just do a quick count, starting from this side, going to the far end, and see how many walls of sand we actually have to take down. Well, the total is in, and I think we have 47 walls. But anyways, I think it's time we start up on phase 3 and put these torches to work. I'm sick now, and I just want to get started on the next phase, so I'll let our beautiful, omniscient narrator take over for me so that this version of myself can recover. It's now the beginning of September. About 6 months have passed since we started this wacky mega project. The mayor of our server, All Out J, just announced that we will be closing it all down at the end of the month. That leaves me now with very little time to finish this up. At the moment, all I have left to do now is fill the whole ocean with our collected scaffolding. There's no shortcuts or tricks we can implement to help us get this done. So it's time to put my sick little head down and grind the last phase out. We got a week left until the server closes, and I am desperately trying to get as much scaffolding crafted as I can. I have resorted to planting as much as possible in my reserves because, unfortunately, our bamboo farm is not making enough for us to complete this in time. Let's check back in with the bamboo farm, though. I want to see if we're actually that low. Okay. All right. Well, looks like we got to keep going on this. Hopefully, I can get it done within the week. You know what? Actually, let me go ahead and show you what my workflow is like. It's a little bit interesting. So here we have my pile of finished scaffolding, and in order to make more of that, we have to start gathering all the string that I have kept from uncrafting all of those wool blocks, and then we just start spamming out all the scaffolding. And once that's done, we take it over here, plop it in one of these bad boys, and then we just keep filling all these shulkers up so we can get as much scaffolding as possible, and I can finish this thing off before the server closes, because I am seriously doubting whether or not I have enough time for this. And with that being said, it's time to get going. I have no time left to waste, so let's just kick back into gear. Okay, well, it's the 28th today, the last day to do this. The server's closing in like 5 hours, I think. I've been waiting here for almost an hour for it to come back up. I don't think it is. The server host is currently having some issues, and I think I'm cooked. That's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this done in time. Oh my god, that's so disappointing. Well, I have good news and bad news. Good news is the server is back up. And well, the bad news is I have about 4 hours until it closes again entirely for the season, which means we have no time to finish this section. This would probably take another 8 to 12 hours to complete, and there's no way I'm getting this done on time. So I've accepted the fact that I won't be able to finish this section for the world download. Now, luckily, I should be able to show off what we've accomplished so far to all the other members on the server. I know that they're all going to be online and live streaming a world tour of the server, but I will unfortunately be at my day job during that time. But I've made a request for them to send me some footage of them when they pop on over here to check it out, and I will show you guys what they thought of the place right here.
All right. One last thing we have to see from Uni is his scaffolding ocean.
Yeah, I need to.
You guys have to swim in it. That was his dream.
And an FYI, he began this back in March of this year, and his idea was to finish it before the season ended, but unfortunately, the server being down that one Saturday, I think, caught up to him, and then work as well.
Close, man.
So close.
Yeah.
You know what? That was pretty much worth it, I think. Now that we've had them see everything we've accomplished, and now that you've seen all of it, I think I can rest easy knowing that this project is done enough. Of course it's not done yet. We still have a whole nother section. I am now on the world download of Season 5, and we have a teleporter here, but I've thrown all my items back into my inventory. I've got myself set on survival mode. Mark my words, the Scaffolding Ocean will be complete! What a beautiful sight to behold, everyone. This is everything I ever dreamed of. Let's go ahead and dive down in. This is exactly what I was trying to establish, was this crazy labyrinth of scaffolding in every direction that you look. No matter where you go, we're just, oh my goodness, I don't know where I am now, but I'm just swimming through it as I had dreamed of. Oh my god, where's the top? Oh, there it is. Okay, whew. This is more than I could have ever wanted. And I made the executive decision to get rid of this giant trench and just cover it with some grass because time restrictions and restraints, the new season has already started. And I gotta say thank you to all the members for coming through and checking it out. That means so much to me. And of course, thank you all the viewers for watching this video and just seeing all the madness that I have gone through to make this thing happen. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who made it this far, I'm gonna tell you exactly how you can get a world download of the Season 5 map of the Afterlife SMP. All you gotta do is just go into the description, check out our Discord at discord.gg/afterlifesmp, and sometime in December, we will be releasing the world download. Alright, before I go anywhere, let me make sure that I give you at least the final number on our scaffolding. If you guessed over 700,000 times used, then you are, my friend, a winner in chat. Thank you so much for playing the game. Times crafted, pretty much a similar number as well. Oh my god, this is too much for one person to have made. Holy cow. And you know what? I think I've earned myself a nice sunset swim, so I'm gonna go dip down into the waters and just get lost in the sauce. Have no idea where I'm going. And with that being said, my name is Uni. Thank you so much for watching today's final episode of Afterlife Season 5. I am jogging it out today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.